Welcome to the Chop Team. I'm your host, Seth the Dark Child.
I'm your host, twinsinc.
Our show is about two guys and any friends that happen to come over with a topic that we want to chop up.
This is our barbershop style podcast. We discuss it all. If the fellas at the shop will go in on it, we will. Let's chop it up. We back. What's going on, Seth, man? The Dark Child. How you been, brother?
Brother, I'm back. I'm so happy to be back in the saddle, bruh. I missed this. This gets me through the week.
All right. How's your week been, man?
Expensive, bruh. Putting up a fence, fixing the window after the storm, grocery shopping. Yeah. I seen a meme that says it's cost $300 to come out the house every day.
Okay.
I'm feeling like they were telling the truth. I'm not liking that.
I mean, that's true, because every time I leave the house and go to a store, I'm spending a couple $100s. It ain't just like $20 there. I'm spending a couple.
Exactly, bro. At this point, I need to hide my keys. Like, I need to go to the gas station. Nope. I don't need $75 in lottery tickets, so I'm okay.
Okay, I'm the only one, because every time I go to the gas station, I'm always getting some lottery tickets. Like, hey, why not be a millionaire during this time frame?
Hey, being broke sucks. And I'm saving so much money on gas, like.
Right, that money I would have been spending it's like $40 a week. I could put that on towards something else. And I feel you on that.
Remember when you first started? Well, I ain't gonna say first started because I'm old, but I remember a time you could go in the gas station with a straight look on your face and be like, "Give me 2 on pump 1." Right. And that was real gas. I feel like that now.
That's how you feel now?
Give me 3 on pump 2.
All right, people. We just a little chit chat before we get started. So as you see, the title of the show is "What is Next for America?" Mm-hmm. So it's now been 2 weeks now since Biden got the official, or a week. No, been a week. It's been a week, a full week.
I mean, it's still up for debate.
Yeah, it is what it is, right? So yeah. So last week we didn't have a show, which is cool, but that week I didn't say nothing on neither of my podcast shows, the Chop Team or twinsinc, because I want to see what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Because prior to that, everyone was debating on why I should vote for Trump, why I should vote for Biden, the pros and cons of both people. Mm-hmm. Okay, here it is now. We know who we got now. We have Biden as our president. Mm-hmm. So all that energy that everybody had who was fighting for whoever I need to keep that same energy now as far as demanding what we should get or what we should, what should be next thing. So that's why I want to talk about this topic. So what's next now? What is next now? So are you just happy that he's in the office now, or are you done?
I mean, if you're asking me specifically,
the
answer is complicated.
So when you say complicated, what do you mean?
Okay. It's so many different angles. But first off, I said this months ago. And by the way, I voted blue before anybody comes with the smoke. But the truth of the matter is, as a black man in America, it's hard to argue the benefits of voting blue for black men.
Facts.
And that adds up over the years, because all that smoke that Ice Cube got for asking for something for black people didn't actually translate through to black men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Trump, from a purely financial standpoint, forget the racism and everything else, Trump was better for black men that actually have decent jobs than Biden's going to be. And
that's real. So, I mean, that's real right there when you think about it. And also, what I'm saying, because it's over now, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. I went blue as well, but I went blue hoping that red wins. Well, and the reason why I went that route, well, there's no reason. It's just like, I get it. Neither one was good for us. But
someone was worse long term.
Exactly. But I was really hoping that red win, because the blue just it's not for us. And it hasn't been for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to harp on why it's not. It is what it is at this point now.
Well, let me add this, because I heard about this a few days ago. I was reading an article. It was really simple. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have a plan to provide free childcare,
right,
for 3 to 5 year olds across the board, across the nation. Period. That who's going to benefit from that? Free childcare from ages 3 to 5, no questions asked.
I mean, that's going to benefit our people.
No, it's not. It's gonna.
You don't think so?
No, it's gonna benefit women.
Okay, women, yeah,
but it's not going to benefit. If it benefits everybody, then that's nice. We're gonna get some benefit.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay, I got you.
But this is the same as we were arguing that the discussion we had about Ice Cube's plan.
Okay,
when it was like,
I got you.
Black women were like, what's in it for black women? And he was like, well, I'm trying to help all black people.
Got you.
And they wanted to know what's in it for black women.
Because it had to be outlined saying black women.
But that's not fair for us because I'm a man. I want stuff just for me.
Right.
I mean, you know how annoying it is to have, like, I don't know, your favorite jacket or sweater that your wife or girlfriend decide that she want to wear.
Right.
I bought that just for me, right?
Right.
Why you can't keep your butt out of my sweater or my favorite T-shirt or my favorite jersey?
That's like the same thing when you order food. When you get something to eat, you be like, "What do you want?" Okay, that's what you want. That's it. Mm-hmm. And then you get what you want, and then you start eating your food. Who got their hand in your bag?
Exactly. And it might seem small, but they do this across the board.
Right.
Now, the reason I brought that up specifically was because the cost for nationwide daycare was $790 billion.
Okay.
Period. I mean, it's universal daycare, childcare, $790 billion over the course of 10 years or something like that, whatever. But the point being is that was specifically something that benefited one gender.
Right.
That had nothing to do with us as men, let alone black men. It was women got a promise from the Democratic Party of XYZ. But they would not provide a promise to black people with the Ice Cube plan for XYZ. Why is that? How fair is that? So I'm not arguing the merits of it. This is what you did.
Right.
You made women a promise, but you wouldn't make black people a promise. And black women didn't seem to get upset because it was women, but what's in it for black women? They didn't say a god doggone thing about that, did they?
No.
They said they happy about it. They can deal with that. But when it came to a plan for black America, what's specifically in it for us?
Mm.
If men thought the same way, a lot of things would be different.
Right.
But that's just one aspect of it.
That is one.
I mean, that once again, Donald Trump has attacked our American trade deals, American jobs. Have you went to the grocery store? Forget all the other garbage that you hear.
Right.
It's expensive to go grocery shopping. This got to stop. Housing, jobs, we can't even leave the house. Donald Trump has wrecked the country. But at the same time, looking at what Kamala Harris and Joe Biden could do to help the country, they're going to help the country. They're not going to help black people. They're going to help everybody. In which case, we'll be in the same position 4 years from now as black people, wondering what the hell is going on that we're in right now. And at least Donald Trump did put more money in our pockets. Only difference.
And so when you say he put more money in pockets, how did he do that?
Those tax cuts were tax cuts.
Mm-hmm.
I kept money in my pocket. Joe Biden's rolling back the tax cuts, but here's what Donald Trump did. And a lot of people don't understand it yet, but you're going to bite this bullet. Donald Trump increased the national debt by $6.7 trillion over the course of 4 years so far. Okay. Now, of course, Barack Obama increased the national debt. Ronald Reagan did. But they all did this because of specific economic factors to save the economy. Donald Trump increased it because he's a jerk. If you increase the debt in good times, when were you going to pay it back? Because normally, don't you pay your bills down when you have extra money?
Right.
So, and if you increase your bills, your expenses when you have money, what can you do when you don't have money? You can't pay down debt, and you can't borrow from people you've already borrowed from. So we're going to pay for that.
Okay.
Another thing, once again, Donald Trump. Now, this is for us. Donald Trump isn't walking away. His call out to white supremacists, they love this fool. It's dangerous to just be black in America, or a person of color, period.
Right.
That needs to stop. But what's next? I hope we don't have a civil war because have you listened to Tucker Carlson lately?
No.
This fool's absolutely insane. I can't even imagine what Rush Limbaugh is saying out there, or Alex Jones.
I mean, one thing I did notice recently is they had the Million Mega March.
I saw that headline. I didn't even click on it.
I didn't even think. I thought it was a joke. Like, oh, they had a march like the Million Man Black March, the copycat. But I get it. I understand. Whatever. That was just something I just saw recently. That's not part of the topic, but
brother.
So I'm sorry, I mean to you out there.
But that's the reason I voted for Joe Biden.
Right.
It's like from a purely financial standpoint, I actually would have preferred. Most black men, I said this a while ago, and this is going to become, you'll see this, how the number of black people that voted for Republican and the number of black men that voted Republican is because from a true understanding of it, black men are more conservative, or just as conservative as white men.
True.
If they stop calling black people niggers, I don't know if I was going to get.
Should have said ninja, but we good.
If they stop calling, if the racism stopped, the Republicans will probably immediately get 50% of the black male vote.
True.
Because we are conservative. I said this weeks ago, and I'll keep saying it. Stop. Well, and that's going to continue because the more liberal, the more feminist that the Democratic Party turns, the more we won't want to do some of these things. It's just not fair no more.
Makes sense. Now, I asked that. The reason why I asked you that question about the financial part, I knew that. So, I wasn't asking because I didn't know. But I asked that question so the people who be like, he didn't do nothing for us, but give us the stimulus check. No, it just wasn't a stimulus check. Because that's a lot of people think right away. When I asked that question to them, he gets a stimulus check. I said, you really don't know. And a lot of people are really uneducated when it comes down to it. And I understand that part. But so that's cool. It is what it is at this point now. So once again, we still talking about what's next. And when I say what's next, so now, you brought up Ice Cube. Ice Cube had the contract with Black America, right? And
I just want to, one more thing about Ice Cube.
Go.
Is that the contract with Black America that Ice Cube presented, while it is a work in progress, is actually a valid document. But because of, and once again, I'm going to put this on black women, ladies, because of the opposition to the contract with Black America and the fact that he was working with the president who was in power, they're probably going to trash it. They're not going to touch it. In which case, once again, under Bill Clinton, 8 years under Bill Clinton, 8 years under Barack Obama, black people own the same amount. The black people have the same net worth in America right now that we had, 50 years ago?
Yeah.
The same net worth. That means that voting Democrat is not working. Democrats and Republicans. Joe Biden is a return to the status quo. Everybody's happy about that. It's going to go back to normal. The normal for us sucks. Okay? Can I say that?
No.
Should I use a different word to get the point across?
And it's crazy when I saw people post that on their social media. Like, okay, guys, back to normal. So you were okay with the underline of people being racist towards you, but you didn't know about it because they was behind the door racist, compared to people being up front with you, you know who they are. But you was okay with that.
I guess so.
Because, I don't see it. That's like when somebody gets killed, you know what I'm saying? When we boycott something, you won't do it because, well, it didn't happen to me. Why would you wait till something happened to you to jump on board to do anything? You understand what I'm saying? Like, why would you wait till after the fact?
I'm going to say something even worse because I want people to get this.
Yeah, get it.
See, Donald Trump is the obnoxious guy that you meet at the bar.
Right.
The Republicans, they're the obnoxious guy you meet at the bar. The Democrats, on the other hand, are that uncle that you have that has touched all the kids in the family. Nobody wants to talk about the things that Uncle Tommy has done to some of the women in the family. Everybody know it was wrong, but hush about that because Uncle Tommy actually paid grandmama and granddaddy light bill and rent for 35 years.
Facts.
Even though he raped all his, I shouldn't have said that either, all his nieces in the same amount of time. Okay, Democrats are not helping us. They're not. At best, black people need to create their own voting party. And we can adhere to whoever we want for that specific election. But this love affair with the Democrats, they're using it against us like, I don't know, bruh.
I don't think we'll ever be able to. Let's say we did create a party, right? I don't think we'll, as a unity, I don't think we'll ever come together to be able to come together and pick one person or whatever to lead. Because, like I said, back to the same topic we're talking about. So we have Ice Cube's contract with Black America, and we have our people. We have one side who are with it, one side who's not with it. I mean, and it's crazy. Think about it. You know, I'm all for it because I'm all for somebody trying to do something that's going to help black people as a whole. Understand? And then even right now, Black Lives Matter. After Biden got elected, they sent a one pager saying that, hey, you know, because of the black people or black votes helped you get elected, now we want to sit at the table and do something for black people, right? Now, when it comes to that, I have problems with Black Lives Matter, but at the same time, if they won't come to the table and do something to help black people, I'm okay with it. I can worry about the other stuff later on, the things that I disagree with the movement. But at the end of the day, if they're going to do something that's going to help black people, let's get behind it and let's do it. But right now, everybody's divided. One people with the Ice Cube party, one with the Black Lives Matter. It's like,
well, you know what? That's fine, actually. That's fine. And here's the thing: what percentage of white people vote Democrat? What percentage of white people vote Republican? What percentage of Hispanics vote Democrat? What percentage vote Republican? They don't do anything in this monolithic 95% block. Everybody is free to have it.
Right.
But that's because you vote your interest. Well, if we decide that nothing that the Republicans do is in our interest, we shut ourselves off from half of possible potential gains.
Right.
It's something. If you've never worked with somebody you don't like, you realize that you can't always work with people you like. Sometimes you will have to work with people you don't like to get the same result. And if you can work with them in good faith, which neither the Democrat or the Republican Party have ever actually extended to black people,
right?
You realize that I don't care how you feel about me as long as you're professional and you do your job. You don't have to like me to change my tire.
I mean, you think about it, on a daily basis, on an everyday basis, we all work with somebody that we don't like, but we still have a goal as we come together as a group to meet our goal, and we work together and get it done.
Exactly.
So if we can do that when everyday work when it comes to making people rich in their business, why can't we do that? It's going to benefit us overall as the black people community. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's exactly what. Okay, so moving along to what comes next. This is my opinion. Seth the Dark Child who's trying to be an optimist. Good luck with that. Anyway, I think that our opinion, the U.S. opinion in the world is going to change. It's going to improve.
Okay.
A lot of people who don't have the income to travel outside of the country don't know how bad it is to be an American anywhere outside of the U.S. border.
Now, American or Black American? Are you talking about overall?
I'm being polite.
I'm sorry. My bad.
It's not always black and white.
It's not. I was curious
because being black is being black. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did I throw you off?
No, just because the moment you point out my color, I can point out the Chinese hate us, the Japanese hate us, Hispanics hate us. The color of our skin is hated. I have no idea why.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I brought it up. Because you said traveling and us, I'm like, we're the number one most hated people in the world for I don't know what reason.
Oh, marketing. It is marketing. The U.S. is the most influential country in the world.
Facts.
And guess what? One of their main exports has been for the last 200 years. 200 years.
Us?
No, not us. Hatred of us.
Oh, okay.
They've exported racism across the world for hundreds of years. And Donald Trump just basically gave the marketing department a huge budgetary increase. Black people hate us because of the color of our skin. And it is because America has told them to hate us because of the color of our skin for 100, 150 years. Maybe more. Who knows? So anyway, being able to travel, repairing some of our relationships. I'm going to ask you this. How do you think Americans, because if you get used to being lied to, you like to hear the lies. What if Joe Biden and Kamala Harris come out and actually tell the truth for the next 4 years? How's that going to feel? How are you going to readjust to the truth after 80,000 lies?
I'll be fine for me. Me personally, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I've been lied to my whole existence as far as being born in America. But to answer your question, as far as from people always hearing the lies about, what Trump had to say now with Biden's party. I mean, let's be honest. Who just said they're gonna tell the truth?
It'll feel.
It's not
gonna be so blatant though.
Listen. Not to get off subject real quick, but think about this, people. 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, whatever, during the whole election, that was on TV nonstop every day, right? You turn CNN, that's all it was. The voting, the parties, the votes, all that, the whole week long.
They love that jump.
But what was something that you did not hear about that's been a big thing going on in America since March? What was that one thing you didn't hear about all last week? I heard nothing about last week. What's that one thing?
Climate change?
No.
Taxes?
No. Well, maybe taxes because it's trying to pick who you want to vote for. But what's the other thing?
Was it the beer virus?
What was it?
The beer virus?
Oh, you close enough. It was a virus. It wasn't the beer virus, but it's close enough.
Well, I guess.
It was COVID.
Well, yeah, that beer. Corona. That's
oh, you stupid bear.
I was trying to keep it saying the big C on T. You remember when the big C used to be cancer? Just saying.
No lies. But so now we know what we're talking about now, people. Now all of a sudden once Biden's now elected, now we have these surges out of nowhere. COVID is everything I saw on TV now.
But it's not surges. We knew it was coming.
Listen, it was here. It was there last week. What? So COVID took a week off? No, but that was but that was the main focus. The main focus. So people were so brainwashed of what's going on. That's what I'm saying. Some people were just so many yes men out there. Whatever's going on, they focus on. Since the whole presidential thing was going on last week, that was the whole main topic. People thought the world was fine because our main focus was everybody's so stressed about COVID. I mean, stressed about who's going to be elected as president. Meanwhile, people are dying left and right because the second wave is now here, people. We have no. Oh, and on top of that, right after Biden got elected, guess what? We have a vaccine coming out, and it'll be mandatory. So this part of what's next, people. You were so focused on who to elect, they done slid in these vaccines mandatory. They got to be done.
Listen, bruh.
Hey, I just want to throw it out there because I'll sit back just watching like.
No, I got one more bone to throw with this. Go
ahead.
The big C is you ever heard of Doctors Without Borders?
Doctors Without Borders, no.
Okay, these are doctors. It's an organization that goes around the world. They help out anywhere in the world where there's a breakdown in medical services because of pandemics, illnesses, natural disasters. Right?
Okay.
Guess where Doctors with Borders are looking to set up shop for a while and help out?
I'm either gonna say China or America.
America.
Okay, all right. I knew it was either one of those two.
Bruh, America. This is how bad the big C has gotten under the president, which I voted against.
Right.
Doctors Without Borders are going to try to help Americans. The most powerful, richest nation on the planet needs help from a humanitarian aid, organization, because we can't handle our business. So anybody who still thinks that your Uncle Donald was a good president, once again, look up Doctors Without Borders. But that's all I'm going to say.
So was that something they slid in last week too?
I saw that today. I saw that too. But even with COVID, once again, if anyone who has ever heard of the Spanish flu in I think it was during World War I.
They don't know because our people don't do research. But go ahead, tell them about it.
Well, no, the Spanish flu originated in Kansas. They found out eventually that it started in Kansas in the United States. The first wave, there were 3 waves, maybe 4, but 3 waves that I saw in the documentary. That was on Netflix. You can feel free to watch it. No, I'm sorry, I got it off of YouTube. The first wave killed maybe 400,000 people. They were like, oh, okay, so the first wave was fine. It passed it. We're good. The second wave, about 5 to 6 million people died. The second wave, like 8, 9, 10 million people.
Are you
Altogether,
serious?
about 20 million people died worldwide during the course of the Spanish flu. That is what we were looking. That's what we're looking at right now. Wave 1, we didn't even handle wave 1.
No.
And now we're in the middle of wave 2, which normally is about 10 times worse than wave 1. That's what we're looking at. That's what Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have to fix coming into office.
Oh, that's true. And I think last week I haven't looked at the TV, I've had it on, but I showed that it was a total in America, the United States, we had over 10 million cases of COVID and over 200,000, not 200,000, but 200,000 plus deaths.
Mm-hmm.
And that's still part of the first wave. I mean, I guess we're now in the second wave now, right?
We're firmly into the second wave, which is, once again, so normally, second wave could be 10 times worse than the first one.
Well, I mean, think about this for a second. Forget COVID for a minute. So the flu season disappear?
No, it didn't.
So did it pass already, or is it now?
It's now.
Okay, because I don't hear nobody talking about, hey, flu season, flu shot. I'm just saying. Somehow that just missed the radar. I mean, I seen an email come out, at work saying it's flu shot, but outside of that, I ain't seen nothing about everybody get ready for flu season. But I guess what we're gonna do is combine flu season and COVID together.
Well, I mean, what am I gonna do different in flu season that I wasn't doing 6 months ago? Sitting at home by myself. Maybe the flu season will be better because I am sitting at home. It'll be better for me.
Well, I mean, once again, people, now you need to pay attention and see what's happening. What is the first couple things that the Biden camp's going to do?
Oh, well, and one positive, I almost guarantee there'll be some type of stimulus early next year.
Oh, you talking about another check?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm good with that. I'll take free money, in a day. But outside of that, because they might do that to shut everybody up.
I'm just saying.
Like, don't be surprised that they don't do either or. Contract for Black America or Black Lives Matter meeting. Just don't be surprised if some reason when they're supposed to meet those people or during that time frame, they get everybody checks. You give people money, they cool. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden now we got checks, but you heard nothing about Contract for America or Black Lives Matter meeting. You know why? Because they just want to shut us up and keep it moving with their agenda. But go ahead, my bad. I'm sorry.
No, I was 100% agreeing. Once again, I do. Here's the thing, and I'll say this: Barack Obama, and I'm hoping that Joe Biden follows his plan. Once again, was not a great president for Black people. He was a great president for America. I fully have full confidence that Joe Biden is going to be a good president. And if and when he leaves office or steps down and lets Kamala become president, I don't expect it to go bad. I expect it to be nuanced, as in it'll take time to reflect upon exactly how it affects everybody, but doing the opposite of what Donald Trump's done for the last 4 years, I still see that's going to be a positive for America as a whole. Not us as Black people, because it's never gotten better for us. No matter what you think, it's never gotten better for us. So I'm positive. I'm optimistic that it'll be better than Donald Trump as a whole. But as Black men, we'll reevaluate that.
Yeah, it's too soon to evaluate. You know what? We will be talking about this pretty soon. We will. We will. But, I mean, there's some things to think about people when you think about what's next now. Because, like I said, all the hype was behind picking the right person, or why you picking Trump, why you picking Biden, the pros and cons. That was the main topic for everybody on everybody's podcast or IG Live, Facebook Live, TV shows. That was the main topic as far as picking the right president. And, of course, a lot of people pick their president based on emotion and not logic. That was my main thing. Either one wasn't a great one, but at least pick the one that fits not your needs, will fit your need. Whatever's best for you. Make the best logic decision as far as which president. You look at both of their plans, and if you look at and honestly, if you pick based on emotion, then me and you can have a conversation. You had to look on both parties' plan, what they have for people overall. You look at Trump's list, look at Biden's list. Okay, I like that. Don't like that. Like that. Don't like that. If you did that and you voted whoever, good. I'm happy with that because
awesome.
you made a logical decision as far as you want to be your leader, regardless who won or not. You took an educated, not guess, but logical reason instead of saying picking, we just gotta vote, get them out. And then on top of that, I hope most of y'all, when y'all did vote, I understand Biden and Trump were the top people you had to vote for, but I hope you pay attention as far as your local government, your Senate, your governor, those people that in your neighborhood that you going to do, things for you in your community. I hope you pay attention as far as what their agenda was and what it's going to do for you. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones that's going to impact your daily lives. Those are the ones who say, we're going to shut down the CD and everybody's on lockdown. It ain't Trump. Trump might say he want everybody locked down, or Trump might have said we need to open everything back up. But at the end of the day, it came down to the local governors, right? To pick and choose what they're going to do. And I'm in Georgia, and it was up to Brian Kemp. It was his decision to open, close, whatever. And I can't think of the lady, the black lady here, that
Keisha Lance Bottoms.
And they was going back and forth. He said no. He said yeah. But regardless, though, those are the people you need to vote for and worried about. Not just the president. And let's be real. Before we jump off here, I want y'all to think about this for a minute, people. Everyone, if you listen to the show, think about this question here. Okay? Think about this question here. Within the last 4 years, with Trump being in office, how has he impacted you on an individual level? How in the last 4 years what changed in your life with him being president? Think about that. And one thing you cannot use or say is COVID. Sorry. COVID was there prior to him being in office. If you look at the history of COVID, when it was created, you'd be shocked. So it was coming regardless who was in office. It just happened to come when he was here. And did he handle it?
No.
Good, wrong? I understand he didn't. We know that. But that can't be the only reason why that he did that. And then you can't also say, well, he picked kids and kids. Let's keep it 100, people. People have been mistreated for decades. We've been mistreated for decades. For over 400 years. Now, is it wrong? No. Yes, it is wrong. Kids should not be put in cage. Kids should not be separated from their parents. But let's talk about what's been going on for the last 400 years when it comes to black people. Let's keep it a buck. So miss me with that. But outside those two things, how has it impacted you in your individual life? And if you want to answer that question, please reply back to me on IG on the Dachopteam. You can go to twinsinc, reply to me there as well. We can chop it up. If you want to get on the show and give us your thoughts and opinions and facts, whatever, do that. We welcome all guests. But that's what I have for right now as far as what's next. What do you have?
No, you know what? It's a major topic that I totally slipped on.
No, go ahead. No, we got time. Hey.
I just, the one thing that is going to have a major impact that you're not going to feel right now, but might become a thing, is that he put 3 justices on the Supreme Court.
Ooh, yes.
3. And a lot of stuff that's Joe Biden might do might not survive a legal test if it makes it to the Supreme Court. It just doesn't happen.
Right.
He did not get control of the Senate yet, or not, whatever. We'll see what happens there. So he might not be able to undo it. for his entire presidency. So half of the stuff that he wants to do isn't going anywhere.
Which would be the same type of situation that Barack had in the office. And we know that.
And he had that for 6 years. He couldn't do most of what he wanted to do. So
let's be clear. Me and Sefer, we know what's going on. We knew that when we say Barack didn't do nothing for us, we knew that he couldn't vote nothing because his cabinet or whatever said no to everything. We knew that. But we knew that we did get the option to vote or do whatever he could do. He still didn't do nothing for us. When he had full power to do whatever he wanted, he did nothing for us.
And I just want to add, before anyone gets mad and says he did, first off, no matter what you think he did it for the LGBTQRXLYZ.
Yeah, no.
So he did it for a specific segment of people. So you can't tell me that he was totally incapable of doing anything, because there is a certain segment of society that benefited greatly.
Right. And once again, Barack did a lot of things. We know that. There's a whole list of things he did. What I'm saying is that he didn't do nothing for the black people. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When people talk about, he killed Bin Laden on him, who cares? How Bin Laden impacted us?
Wait. I would like to say, appreciate it. He probably did deserve to die. Not sure. But that still didn't change my day-to-day life.
It didn't. And mind you, in the whole beef, I'm not getting off topic, but just real quick, the whole beef between Bin Laden and us, just remember, Bin Laden used to be working for the government. We used to pay him. He used to be here in the States.
Oh, we create. Oh,
right.
Right. We're not going to walk down that road.
I'm just saying. So when people say, "Oh, he killed him," like, that got nothing to do with me. Bin Laden wasn't. Listen, yes, we had 9/11 that happened. I'm sorry, rest in peace to those people, but I didn't hear about Bin Laden flying planes into the buildings in Africa. So I say that to say this: he doesn't have a problem with black people. I mean, we know people don't like us, but people are not messing with us. You understand what I'm saying? Besides our land and blood diamond, a whole nother time. But listen. Like I said, anything else you want to throw in? Because that was awesome. That was a great thing you said there. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah.
Because I know how to be. After we finished the show, we started thinking, like, darn it, I should have said this and said that. So, hey.
Let's see. I should have brought up abortion. Dude, you're gonna need daycare, universal daycare, if the Supreme Court rolls back abortion, because there's gonna be a lot more rugrats running around. Good luck with that one.
No lies there.
I don't know. Once again, it's going to be a wild ride, and the orange dude ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, he may be gone, but his policy's still in play. And
then the people who supported him,
it's still there.
And bruh, see, this is what I'm saying. You don't want to get all into it.
So it really don't matter who is the person that's the president, because the people that approve everything is still there.
No, how about this? And I'll say this, and I'm ending it. Donald Trump won the first presidency by, I think, what was it, 68 million votes? Something like that?
Yeah.
He lost a popular vote, but still, 68 million. He's lied. He's done. He's committed. He has a bounty on his head from Iran for killing the general. He's caused over 250,000 Americans to die in a disease. And guess what?
Facts.
He still got 71 million people, meaning more people voted for him this year than they did 4 years ago, after he has done everything that we recorded him doing. That's the country. That's the country we live in. That's the people across the street from you. That's your bosses. That's your secretaries.
Neighbors.
That's your doctors. That's your police. That's 75 million. That's 71 million people who signed off on his BS.
Some of your friends, some of your families. Let's keep it all the way.
That we have to go to work and live with. So I'm not 100% optimistic. The roaches came. He turned on the light, and the roaches was in the kitchen, and he made them feel comfortable being in the kitchen. Now we got somebody else living in the house, and the roaches aren't in the middle of the kitchen floor, but 71 million of them are in the walls. That's it. I'm done.
All right, people. So that's next. That's it for the topic today as far as what's next. If you have any questions, concerns, like I said, reach out to us, dachopteam@gmail.com. You can reach the Dachop Team on Instagram. You can hit me, twinsinc, directly at twinsinc on IG. And we out.
Peace.